So every 13 seconds, you're gonna have up to 5 Furies, right?
Yeah.
Each of them increasing your attack by 60%.
For 4 seconds.
For 4.5 seconds.
Oh,
or
and
4.2
pair that with
seconds,
Cosmic
right?
Supremacy.
Cosmic Supremacy.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast of champions, reviewing the new champion in this game called The Champion. Now, this is a review with me and Cam about the champion spotlight for this guy. We check out the MCC mod video. We also look at the spotlight. It turns out that they were released on the same day this time. So we get the information at the same time you guys do. But the difference is we spent an hour reading the abilities in great detail and put our heads together and sort of get some ideas of what he's going to be like. And so I think we got pretty close. It seems to be that he's going to be a decent defender and potentially a good boss killer. This could be what they wanted to do with Kingpin, but now maybe done a little better. So enjoy the podcast and thanks for listening. One thing I definitely forgot to do was to put in the arena predictions. Cam and I did this during the Aegon podcast for the champion as well as Aegon, and our predictions were, Cam said 50 million for the champion, and I said 58 million for the champion. So take that with a giant container of salt. We aren't experts at this. It's just our opinion and kind of where we think or what the value of these champions are. So enjoy. And we're live, or we're not live, but we're recording. So.
New champions.
We're both. Cam and I are both super excited about the new champions. This seems like one of the better months of the year. Just, I don't know. It seems much stronger, I think, than last month with the Duck. The Duck brought it all down, you know?
Yeah, the Duck definitely did bring it all down last month.
It was
Symbiote
Supreme,
kind of a downer.
Still amazing. I actually saw a really funny video of Symbiote Supreme destroying the uncollected champion.
Yeah.
I think that may have been a bug. That was a lot more damage than... I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, the champion and Aegon are now in the contest, and...
we are going to have the champion releasing tomorrow on the 8th, and Aegon is going to be releasing around Thanksgiving, so that's all fun times.
Yeah, that's. I'm curious to see. We'll talk about it in a bit, but what does that do to arenas?
American Thanksgiving. Yeah. Turkey Day. Yeah.
That's a good point. The arenas probably won't be affected very much.
Won't they? I think they would.
Well,
they probably would.
There's a big international community, right? Or...
Also, it's a holiday, so maybe they would be affected in the other way around. And nobody likes really just interacting with people on Thanksgiving, so who knows?
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, let's start with the champion because he's coming first, and
yeah, it's gonna be a difficult time just distinguishing between the champion and champion.
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to think what could we call him, a nickname for him. I don't know. It'll come around organically, I'm sure.
Yeah,
as we talk about him more.
Male Medusa.
Yeah, he does have that hair, doesn't he?
He does.
With that ring.
It's beautiful.
That ring kind of reminds me of like reminds me of Game of Thrones with the Khal Drogo with his long braid.
Yeah,
you know, and they only cut it when they lose. Yes.
Yeah, that's a chastity ring for sure.
I don't think that's what the Khal Drogo is not very chaste. Oh, certainly not.
Are you judging Khal Drogo? Well, maybe he is very chaste. Maybe.
Anyway.
All right. So his base stats are MCC mod video actually finally decided to level champions to level 65, so that's fun.
Maybe he's listening. That would be awesome.
Maybe he's listening.
I would feel a little starstruck if he was.
I would be like, this dude is listening to a podcast.
Is Trucos, MCOC mod, and Autrix, are these all the same people? Or
no, there are three different people. Trucos is Spanish.
Okay. Well, I knew that because Trucos means tricks. But I just always see their logos. I see like the MCOC mod logo, Trucos' logo, and then I'll see like Autrix underneath all that. And I'm just here like,
I think MCOC Mod and MCOC Mod is a distributor, is a content distributor for the most part. So he does like different like bots and stuff, like sending out information and things like that.
Okay.
So he is affiliated with MCOC Mod, and he is also affiliated with Otrix.
Okay.
So MCOC Mod is Russian.
Oh, you mean Trukos is the distributor?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's the one that's really good at laying out information in legible ways.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
and
that's
MCOC
why
Mod
you
is,
see MCOC Mod and Otrix like
they're the
logos.
They're
on
the
stuff.
hackers. They're the guys going into the game.
Yeah.
And Otrix is usually a little earlier than MCOC Mod, but he has less data, as in less complete.
We need those numbers.
Yeah,
we need those numbers for sure.
Okay, cool.
So
his base stats. I'm looking at the 565, and it looks like he's got 34,000 health, 35,000. How does that compare with Void?
I think that's lower than Void. I think that's right about average.
Void's like 37, right? 36.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and 1986 attack. That's pretty low.
That's very low for sure. I think that's around.
He won't even get the extended enrage timer.
Yeah, that's like Carnage level low.
Yeah, but don't worry.
It's lower than Carnage.
His attack increases ridiculously with his abilities, so we'll get into all those. PI through the roof. His prestige is just over Symbiote Supremes, which was at 10,540. Mm-hmm. This guy's at 10,590, so he sits right under Gold Pool and right over Symbiote Supreme, which is really high. That puts him in the top 5 overall.
Both of the champs have pretty respectable prestige, I think. This month.
I didn't see Aegon, so I'll have to get that in a second. But yeah, that puts the champion in the top 5, and it puts him in like the top 3 if you're just talking like normal playable champions that you can get out of the crystals.
And no villain tag.
And no villain tag. He is too good to be considered. He's too big to be considered a villain as far as the lore goes.
Yeah, he's a big boy for sure. Alright, so crit rate 16.7%, pretty low.
Kingpin,
but don't worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Crit damage 195%. That's right about average. That's maybe a little bit below average, but just right about average. Armor rating doesn't matter. Block proficiency 61 doesn't matter. Alright, so let's move on to his not specials. I don't care about the specials.
Synergies.
Yes, Luke Cage getting a synergy.
This guy could have probably some of the coolest synergies ever.
They're so significant.
They're so
I
cool.
love them.
Yeah. So why don't you like Luke Cage? Go over the Luke Cage one.
So the champion is unstoppable when he's using a light and a medium attack. So he's basically Rhino, but better than Rhino.
Wow.
So you can basically intercept with a light or a medium, right?
Yeah.
Without worrying about anything.
That's really, really good. And there is some other abilities that he has that interact with Unstoppable, I think, that make this even better. Wow, very cool.
And Luke Cage gains a 35% chance to inflict debuffs, any debuffs, as long as Luke Cage never dashes back in a fight. So now he has the exhaustions, and this also, I assume, would apply to the resonate debuff. The resonate weakness.
It also applies to seems like the case, doesn't it? As long as he never dashes back.
Just stand still. Block those hits.
No.
Take those hits to your face.
What about a heavy attack?
Well, too bad now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. Here's how I interpret this. This is how you ramp the fight up. You start, you parry, you get your first few hits, and you should have some debuffs on them. I'm not sure.
Probably not going to be the best versus like a stun immune fight.
Right. I don't think this is going to. This isn't crazy for Luke Cage, but it does help him get the fight started a little faster. And I think that was one of the things that made Luke Cage still kind of. You're like, oh, Luke Cage got buffed. Let me take him for a spin. You go and duel someone. You're like, this isn't that much different. What's going on? But if you wait and you just get the RNG going, he hits super hard. So maybe this will help people realize that.
I mean, I'm not sure if it. Maybe in certain cases, maybe like versus like Note 30, all or nothing strike back. If there's like a Hyperion on there and I have to take it, I'll bring in the synergy, just parry and then get the fight going faster.
Yeah.
So I can get my
And
debuffs going faster.
those exhaustions limit the power gain and everything too, right? So that could be...
Yeah, they could also reverse it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay,
That's
cool.
quite
Very,
good.
very cool. And if you really, really need to, you can eat an attack with Luke Cage.
Yeah, you can eat a heavy attack.
So, anyway, maybe Stand Your Ground is going to be more... I don't know. Okay. So, Luke Cage's first unique synergy, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Pretty cool. And it comes with another brawler type champion. Love it. So, the next
Both
synergy...
are bald for the most part.
Both are bald. No, the champion, I mean, that is a full head of hair. It's just not where you normally would expect it.
Yeah, it's just all in the back.
That is the ultimate mullet.
It's a part in the back for sure.
So the next unique synergy is Persistent Force, and this comes with Mephisto and Sentry, and I think this is one of those either-or synergies. So you can get the benefit to the champion using either of the champions, right? You don't need all three. So when the champion has 3 or more persistent charges, he starts the fight with an indestructible buff, ignoring all damage. This is really interesting to me because lately, just at least in the symbiote quest, we just saw that sometimes champions might start with the 3 bars of power. Is this probably not going to be a thing forever, but maybe they're ramping it up to be? I don't know. That could be really cool. If he starts the fight. 8 seconds is a long time for indestructible.
You can just go into a fight and just
start brawling. Yeah, so that is really cool. I think, what else could this be good for? Does that affect damage over time?
Yes.
So he might get some healing going on if he's running suicides.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just good, I think. And he's cosmic, so you can increase the buff duration with some synergies there, and you can get that going for longer. So cool.
I think he could also take like some of those more intense bleed or poison those where it just deplete you over 30 seconds. 8 seconds is pretty significant over 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you know why this synergy would be good is if, what's this, the Symbiote Supreme, how he does so much damage at the start of a fight by nullifying buffs. Will this synergy help, or will he nullify the buff as well?
I think he would nullify the indestructible.
And do even more damage. So the class advantage is working, I guess. So anyway, what does Mephisto get? Plus 15% attack rating for each persistent charge.
Very strong. Super strong, I think.
This is crazy because it can go up to 6 charges. Yeah. And I've already seen some screenshots of some people with 565 Mephistos, and they sent me pictures of incinerate damage doing like 2,000 a tick.
That's very strong.
Having 6 charges is going to be crazy. Mephisto, Alliance Quest Beast.
I think Mephisto recently got another unique synergy, right?
Yeah, with the symbiote. I can't remember.
The Symbiote Supreme and with Omega Red.
Yeah, he's been really getting a lot of synergies.
So with Symbiote Supreme, he can activate Aura
while
when
attacking.
He hits the opponent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 15% chance or something like that.
This isn't 15% attack per aura, but it is per the charges. So you still have have to go through at least 3 fights to get to this max damage.
So you go through 3 fights. You have the Symbiote Supreme synergy. Mm-hmm. You have the Omega Red synergy that increases the damage from your aura by like 10% or something. And you have this. Man, that would be bananas.
Yeah, at that point, you're doing pretty good. I think Mephisto is one of those 565s that not a ton of people did, but I think people who did do it are not going to regret it. I
think they regretted it for a little while when he
first came out.
Stopped being the be all end all Medusa counter when his bug was fixed that he no longer automatically just ran over Medusas.
Yeah, but it's gonna really help him, and I think he's gonna be great for Alliance War boss killing, to be honest. So let's see.
Fuck yeah! He could be great versus the champion.
Oh yeah, and Medusa still. I mean, by the time you get to the boss, you don't need those persistent charges. Dump them, Fate Sealer, and you still have the cheat death. It still works, even without any charges. So. Sentry is in this same synergy, is gaining 12% attack rating for each reality warp. Come on, give the man 20%. But this is a lot. He gains 5 reality warps, so 60% attack. He also gains 50% attack when he's paired with Void and he uses a special 3. So this is sort of similar to that level, and I'll tell you, you don't really notice it. So this is good. I mean, you'll feel it in your basic and light attacks, but not a ton with the
your special attacks.
The special attacks, it won't. It doesn't. I think the way that his special attack damage is increased is based on attack rating. So just a little bit of percent boost is not going to make a huge difference.
I know what's going to make a huge difference for Sentry, and we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. The real synergy is still coming.
For sure.
So, combo fighter.
Champion gains a percentage charge for every 20 hits in the combo meter. We'll see what that means. And Thor Ragnarok can gain up to 80% attack per hit in the combo meter. Up to 100 hits.
This is a way of getting around having the Hulk synergy, and if you want to put the Hulk synergy in, even better. So I think that's pretty good. Because he was pretty good with the Hulk synergy, Thor Ragnarok. He could put in some serious damage.
Now this just adds to that. Yeah. It's pretty sweet, I think.
That whole Thor universe team is getting really large. The synergies surrounding Thor, Hela.
I think he is the single champ who has gotten the most unique synergies in the game.
And if you just do the web starting from him, it just expands so quickly with Hela, Angela, Corvus, Proxima, Hulk, all the Hulks. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So, anyway, David and Goliath, I like what they're doing here. Aegon and the champion have a synergy together. Aegon gets plus 20% attack rating while fighting larger champions, i.e. the champion. And the champion gets 20% attack rating while fighting smaller champions, i.e. Aegon. Pretty cool. I think that I like how they're using the hashtags more to slice and dice the way that the game
I can't
works.
wait until we get to Aegon. Okay, and then he has enemies with Drax and Mephisto. That doesn't really matter. Crit rating is straightforward. Alright, Bio doesn't matter. We'll move forward from Bio. And then his Sig. Let's go to the spotlight from this.
Yeah, I've been there the whole time. You want to start on the signature ability?
For sure. Let me just scroll down.
He gains Fury through his abilities, and his signature ability starts off by saying when he has at least one Fury, he will unleash the full potential of the power primordial. That is some weird thing from the lore. People who read the comics will know. I don't. This increases the potency of his armor break by 150%. That's not a small deal. Additionally, when he activates 2 or more of his Fury buffs, he becomes unstoppable, shrugging off the impact of basic attacks. Don't get fooled by that fancy language. That's what unstoppable means. It's nothing additional.
Yeah.
So when he activates 2 or more of his Fury buffs. So this is based on how many Furies he has. That's only the first line. I think the armor break is probably the green text, right? So that 150% is probably the scaling number.
Yes.
While attacking or defending on the final node of a quest, that means acting as the boss or fighting the boss. For each active Fury buff, and while his unstoppable buff is active, he regenerates 1.7% of the damage taken. So, per second. I'm confused by this. So I'll finish reading. Excluding the amount already regenerated by this ability. This ability can regenerate up to a maximum of 5% health per second. What does this mean?
Okay, so imagine you are fighting an Alliance War boss. And they have like 350k HP, right? Pretty normal for rank 5. Now you are fighting them and you are dealing damage to them via different means, and you manage to take them down maybe from 100% to 90%, right?
Yep.
So that 10% gets regenerated. So out of that 10%, you're gonna have what is 10% of 350?
35,000.
35,000. And then what is 1.7% of 35,000?
Oh, I don't know. That was too hard. I don't know. Couple like 2,000, 1,800. I'm just shouting out numbers now.
Okay. 600.
600.
Right. So this ability will regenerate at that point of the fight. It will regenerate 600.
300 per tick.
Yeah, 300 per tick, right?
Only.
Okay.
Oh wow! Only 10% of the way down.
Only 10% of the way down. Now imagine you took the same boss and you took him down to halfway, right?
Oh,
so you took him down.
Dude. Okay, now I'm
down,
seeing what you're saying. Okay, but look, we don't have to go into crazy
100
scenarios because it says it can regenerate a maximum of 5% health per second. So it caps out at 5% per second.
That's fine.
No, I mean, that's a crazy amount. Imagine 2.5% every tick. That's
5%, like 2.5% of 350,000.
Wow.
That is 8,750, right?
Yeah.
That's per tick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to see I can just imagine the health bar generating up. So
Yeah.
you have to reverse healing versus him if he's on the boss.
Can't.
No, you can. He's
No,
so then
you
the
can't.
last line is, in addition to regenerating health, he's immune to fate seal, heal, block, petrify, and any effects that modify regeneration. Oh wait, so that last bit that includes heal reversal.
Yeah.
Wow. Other than poison, so you have to poison him.
Mm-hmm.
Dust off your voodoos. Interesting. That's funny. Why? That's very blatant, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That's like.
Speaking of blatant,
that's like.
You'll see blatant in no time, buddy.
That's like our reports tell us we haven't seen voodoo in many fights. Let's design a champion that only voodoo can take down.
I mean, Archangel too, right?
Yeah. I haven't. I can't remember if he's immune to anything. So I guess he's not blade immune. So that would be good. Archangel. Thank God. Right? What's his heavy
he's also
animation
gonna
look like
be
again?
What's up?
I wonder if you can punish his heavy with a heavy.
I think you can.
Archangel, are you sure that will
Well,
work though?
not right now because everyone is bleed immune. So
Yeah, but even if they weren't, would the passive effect of neurotoxin actually heal block him?
Archangel's abilities can't be reduced by others' abilities, so I think so. I think that would take precedent over.
I'm not sure. Typically, the new champions trump the old champions.
Well, Voodoo is making a comeback.
Yeah.
So
that's clear. Okay, so I like this a lot. This is so cool. It makes him good on the boss node as a defender and as an attacker. This guy is meant for the big stage, you know? He's meant to be on the boss node. You want to either fight him... Because let's just reverse that scenario. Say you're taking him in against a boss, a Medusa boss. Let's say... Oh, God. That's amazing. Let's say that you go unstoppable and you eat a medium from Medusa for 15,000. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Usually you panic and you crap yourself and the fight's over. But he's gonna regenerate all the way back to 100% eventually if you keep fighting.
Yep.
And you're unstoppable, so you're able to recover from that. Pretty cool, man. Really cool. Wait, and look at this. It's for each active Fury buff, so it's not going to be that hard to get to that max 5%. Because if you have multiple Furies and stuff. Okay, man, jeez.
Yeah.
We are I'm fanboying over this guy, even though I'm not a huge. No, I'm a huge fan of his animations. He looks.
Kind of goofy, right?
Yeah, a little goofy. I think it's because I saw that meme of him in the genie bottle, and when that ruined it for me.
Once you put something in the genie bottle,
but he's very cool, and I love his animations. Like all the wrestler stuff is so cool.
Yeah.
So let's go to his abilities.
All right. So he has charges. He has persistent charges that go through the fight and gain him different stuff. The champion channels the power primordial, the residual energy left over from the Big Bang, to enhance his physical form and gain up to 5 persistent charges.
Oh, sorry, we probably didn't mention this yet, but he's cosmic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that might have been obvious, but if you're only listening, you might not know.
Yeah, every 13 seconds, the champion gains 1 persistent charge and activates fury buffs equal to this persistent charge, each gaining him, I believe that's maybe...
It's about 35%, right?
It's 60%.
Why?
Because that's based on the 550 stats.
No, really?
Yes, it is, yeah.
So the abilities are based on the 550?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's around 60% for 4.2 seconds, right?
That's a lot of attack.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes unstoppable.
And 1 persistent charge is lost for every 20 hits in the opponent's combo meter, and when one of his fury buffs is nullified by the opponent. So he's pretty vulnerable versus
20 hits
nullified.
Is a lot. I'm just thinking of how hard it is sometimes for me to get to 10 hits when I'm fighting Void. If you're desperate to knock off a persistent charge with this guy, it's not going to be super easy.
I mean, he doesn't gain them that fast, though, right?
13 seconds is pretty quick. Void's thing is about that long too, right? Isn't it like 10 to 15 seconds?
Yeah.
It's 14, isn't it, for Void?
Void's first one is faster than his second one.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing: is I think that you're gonna have unless you're putting in a lot of hits fast. I don't think you're gonna be able to keep this guy from having some persistent charges on him. You might be
nullifying is also gonna be very useful.
Yes, true. So,
man, this guy is just voodoo food for sure.
So the champion of the universe. This is another ability of his. He always seeks a fight out against the greatest fighters in the universe. While fighting them, he gains persistent charges 28% faster, increasing the duration and ability accuracy of all his buffs by a flat 25%. That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, contest greatest fighters. So they've picked 2 from each class. In their opinion, the 2 best. I think they may have forgotten 1 or 2. But they've picked Star-Lord, Spider-Man, Stark Enhanced, Corvus Glaive, Hyperion, Iceman, Archangel, Blade, Gwenpool, Void, Hulk, Ragnarok, Magic, and Ghost Rider.
Iceman and Archangel.
Yeah,
really?
that was strange. But I think they just didn't want to hurt the new mutants.
Yeah.
So that's okay. But he increases the duration and ability accuracy of his buffs by a flat 25%.
Ragnarok, out of all gems.
I know. I think they're taking this from the use data. I think these are the 12
That's some
champions.
Wonky use data.
I think I don't know. I think these are the 12 champions that are used to take on the boss node most. From 2 from each class.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah. People use Ghost Rider a lot versus Medusas and stuff.
No Luke Cage, good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this could be modified in some way, but they could have taken the data and then it might have said one thing, and then they said no, that would be really bad. Let's go to the next point. But this seems data driven. I mean,
it's also not that big of a deal.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Flat 25%. Yeah, who's reducing his ability accuracy? Gwenpool, maybe. Archangel. Archangel will reduce him down to 0 no matter what.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Spider-Man, if he's an L3, it's not going to be a big deal. No. But
I mean, he's not going to be able to be bladed.
are any of these guys good defenders? So that's good versus Hyperion. That's cool that he can maybe get a little bit more persistent charges when going up against a Hyperion.
I mean, I think Stark, Corvus, Hyperion, Iceman, Archangel, Blade, Gwenpool, Void,
they're all attackers.
Hulk, Ragnarok, maybe even Magic. They're all in the, top 50 defenders, right?
Yeah. Well, not all of them.
I think so. I think we have seen...
Gwenpool's in the top 50?
Yeah, like on Power Shield.
Maybe. I think we're getting to a point where the top 50 are going to be full of actual defenders pretty soon.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a developer note about them really, really, really wanting to put that ability in, so they did it. It was a strange developer note.
Good to know, buddy.
Yeah. Cool
we
story,
really
bro.
To put it in, so we did it. We put it in.
Yeah. So there's a lot about the final node in the quest, which I think is super cool. While attacking or defending the final node, plus 666 armor and block penetration. That's pretty beastly as the boss node. I mean, I know Voodoo's going to be destroying him, but Voodoo's going to take some block damage, that's for sure.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't have that much of a physical resist.
Yeah. And there's another developer note saying this is currently unique to the champion. Yep, that's true. Okay. Let's see. I'll do the next two, and then you can go into the specials. Light attacks requires 2 persistent charges, so it doesn't mean that you can't light attack if you don't have 2 persistent charges. It just means that this ability that I'm about to say requires to activate. Okay, so activate true accuracy for 7 seconds if intercepting the opponent's dash, allowing him to ignore auto block and all evade effects.
That's an interesting intercept. That's a light attack intercept.
That is good. That is the one that is easier to pull off. It's safer. And that's the same effect that Proxima has. So this is really good. And this is a really, really good ability. The utility of this is outstanding for killing Medusa bosses. I don't know how long it's been known at the top, but I think the wide majority of people did not know that Medusa was interceptable via that light intercept.
Oh, she definitely is, yeah.
Until Invincible put that video out.
I'm not sure if this actually counts for that, though.
Why wouldn't it?
I'm not sure if this actually counts for that.
You don't? No, it does. It's got to.
Does it? It has to, right?
I've used Proxima's mission to I've triggered Proxima's mission using that. You know?
It has to count. Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely has to count.
I've triggered Proxima's intercept mission, so I think that'll work.
But he also has the whole medium intercept, where he inflicts an armor break.
Yeah.
Not really huge, but it does get amplified by the SIG ability. For 857 for 6 seconds if he intercepts a medium attack.
Yeah, and keep in mind, champions that go unstoppable can intercept better. Easier.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and he can regen if he's unstoppable.
Man,
so there's no...
This pairs so well with that unstoppable...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he's probably the first champion where you actually will feel safe just charging in, getting hit, and busting through it with your unstoppable buff. Like Juggernaut can do that, but you're gonna be eating that damage.
Lots of damage, yeah.
But this guy, he'll eat it, but then he'll just regen. So that's pretty crazy.
That's very good. That's really strong.
Yeah, it's really strong. Okay, you go through the specials.
SP1 Judo Chop. Good stuff. When the champion has 4 more charges, he spends 1 to activate the regen buff, regenerating 693. What's 693? That is calculating.
The 700 into 17,000.
Yeah.
Less than 7%. 5%.
Yeah, around 5%. Okay, so
maybe
5% of his base HP. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not actually fine, because if you're running suicides, it's just gonna be less than, or maybe just equal to.
I'll just say this though. I like quick regens like that, 3 seconds, and I like them when they're tied to the special one. It's just a quick, easy way to get yourself some health. It's cool.
Like the Omega Red regen?
Yeah.
Tied to SP1,
it's
yeah.
really good. Yeah.
SP2, man, this is gonna be crazy, I think. Spends 2 persistent charges if hitting the opponent. So, like, if actually lands. Granting 800 crit rating for this attack.
8,000.
Yeah.
Which is
that is
practically
guaranteed crits, yeah.
Yep. I like that a lot.
Oh my god. And this is a multi-hit too.
Yeah.
And the SP2 is a breaking press backbreaker.
His SP3 is so cool. He's got one of the best SP3s animation-wise.
Yeah, it grants, I think that's maybe 20%, around 20%. Attack rating for 10 seconds, this Fury counts towards Champion's Primal Fury signature ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. I think he has a lot of potential.
Plus 198. It spends 2 persistent charges. Okay, I see. So his special 3 is not it's not crazy. But
so he has
but the signature ability is insane. His signature ability is insanity. It's one of the best signature abilities I've ever seen. It's crazy. Okay, let's find out the ways he can gain Fury. He can gain it from the special 3.
Mm-hmm. And he can gain it just passively.
And he gains it every 13 seconds.
Yeah.
And the 13 seconds, he activates Fury buffs equal to his persistent charge, and they last 4.2 seconds.
And those are very strong.
Yeah, they're extremely strong. But is that the only other... How else... So, how could he gain... Okay, I see. There's no other way to gain Fury. So, how can he gain Unstoppable? Let's see.
He can gain more than 1 Fury buff passively.
Yes, okay. And that will be triggering his signature ability.
Yeah.
So, okay, so after your second persistent charge, if you're using this guy on offense, you'll have 2 Furies when they come online, and you'll be unstoppable. Not only that, any damage you take during that time, you will be regenerating a significant portion of it per second. Not a significant portion, but small. You'll start a good regen going. So that's the time when you want to just go in. While you have those Furies, you're going to want to just go in and attack the boss probably.
And the more Furies you have, the more regen you're going to have.
At that point, I'd probably just charge a heavy attack. Who cares if they intercept you? You're unstoppable. You will land that heavy. And you'll probably regen.
He's very interesting for sure.
I just think it's so cool. There's this 1% of the damage taken in this fight per second. Does that count for suicides? I think it does. Angela's got a similar wording.
So every 13 seconds, you're going to have up to 5 Furies, right?
Yeah.
Each of them increasing your attack by 60%.
For 4 seconds.
For 4.5 seconds.
Oh, and pair that with Cosmic Supremacy.
Cosmic Supremacy, the Captain America Infinity War synergy, and the Fury Mastery.
Yeah.
I think you can increase this to maybe like twice the duration. So every 13 seconds you will have 8.4 seconds of Fury.
Mm-hmm.
For 60%. So 60% times 5, that's 300% of your base attack.
Yeah.
That's bananas, right?
It's a lot. It's a lot of attack for sure.
It's bananas for sure. So, and he's safe to play with.
Yeah, he's extremely safe. I think he's definitely one of the safer attackers. He's got that indestructible with the synergy you can have. He's got unstoppable. He's got regen.
And he has the persistent charges, so you only have to ramp him for one fight.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So the next fight you start, you're all good to go, man. You're all max of your furies and everything.
God, he's gonna be strong.
I mean, unless if you get hit 20 times in a fight.
No, 20 times in a row, right?
Yeah, 20 times in a row. Yeah,
it's not going to happen. Not with you being unstoppable. You'd have to literally put the phone down. Okay.
Really powerful and really good prestige as well.
Yeah, as far as like where he's going to be good, definitely the boss node on attack or defense. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Medusa, like strong attacker and strong defender. Maybe the reverse. I think Medusa is like top tier defender and very
So what
very
is going to make
attacker.
him tough as a defender?
Well,
is
every 13 there's no the timer is not visible. The 13 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's like vision synthesis. Imagine hitting vision and all of a sudden he just goes unstoppable and also has 200% attack. You know? Like
what's going to make him go unstoppable on defense though?
What? The signature ability, right?
Yeah, but what if you don't let him get the second?
Well, how are you going to stop him? It's only 13 seconds.
Nullify, right? No, nullify. I'm just trying to
I see what you're saying. Like if you hit him 20 times, this one of the persistent charges will go away.
And if you nullify,
how many hits can you get in? It's pretty. You have to be very aggressive to get 20 hits in 13 seconds, right? And say you're on like an all or what if you're on an all or nothing node, you know, or what if you're on the boss node and he's just not throwing his special one. All of a sudden, this is like an aggression fury node, but it's got unstoppable tied to it. I don't think he's going to be the best defender in the world. I just think that if you let those persistent charges go up, it's going to be really tough to recover.
Wait a minute.
13 seconds. Imagine. I have to see his heavy attack again.
It's very strong for sure.
Yeah, maybe not the best on the boss node. Maybe he's not going to be meta for Alliance War boss placement. I definitely think he'll be great at killing bosses, depending on who's placed there.
Do you think this fury of his sig actually works with the aggressive fury node?
No, I don't think so. It says active. It says active, not passive fury buff.
Do you think the fury here works with some of the fury nodes we have? Not the aggressive fury, just fury.
Yeah, it says for each active fury buff. I do think that counts. Because
those are like diversity fights, but this dude can make them pretty tough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. So, wow. I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of this design. Like, the whole thing is nuanced, but it's not so complicated that you can't understand it. It's really cool. And I'll say this, Aegon seems similar. Like, lots of complexity, but understandable.
Oh, Aegon. Aegon. Are we talking about Aegon now?
Actually, we're going to talk about Aegon. Let's break these up, though, actually. I want to break them up.
Sure.
So because this was a good length, actually. Let's end it there. Guys, we'll see you over in the Aegon section.